What else is needed for you to be a disruptor? Anybody? What does this slide say? Word of mouth, right? I mean, I tell you, you can't have enough money to market to be a disruptor. That's just, I mean, maybe after you become rich, you'll have that money, but initially to get to that stage, you won't have enough to market to be a disruptor. So what do you need to do? You need word of mouth. And what do you need to do to get your word of mouth? Really happy customers. Customers who like your product, who see value in it, and then who are actually talking about you, who are bringing on other customers on board, on social media and so forth, right? So this ends my talk on disruption. However, it doesn't end my talk today, unfortunately for you, right? So I need a few more minutes of your time, right? And the reason is, I just told you that viral marketing is very important for you to be a disruptor, right? And for viral marketing to work well, you need the adoption by smart customers, who are willing to try your product, and then who, if they're happy trying your product, are willing to go talk about it. And I'm sitting here in front of the brightest minds of India, right? I'm sitting here in front of the next generation innovators and disruptors here. So I would be remiss in my responsibilities to my company if I do not take this opportunity to talk about Guardon, which is a product that we have developed to solve a societal problem, right? Hopefully you can be my ambassadors after you hear about Guardon, right? Okay? So Guardon, what is Guardon? What does it do? Guardon addresses a societal problem that we see. And the societal problem is, unfortunately, we have to address this problem. And the societal problem is the violence that gets perpetrated against women, whether it's sexual violence or physical violence, that gets perpetrated against women, children, and the elderly. This happens in India. It's in the news all the time. You've seen that. But it's not just limited to India. This happens all over the world, right? And we have had inquiries and interest on Guardon from all corners of the world today, right? From Africa, from Asia, not just India. So I will tell you what it does. So our goal is freedom, not feardom. Who here wants to be free? Free to do what you want, go where you want, wear what you want, live how you want, love whom you want. Yes, 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 right? Right? Women too, right? All the women too, right? Absolutely, right? So women should be as free as men. And in many countries, right, that's not the case, right? Men are mostly free to do what they want, at least in democratic countries like India. I'm not talking about autocratic countries. At least in democratic countries, men are free to do what they want, to the most part. But many times women are not. And they're subject to, catcalling is just a mild version of harassment, right? But they're subjected to a lot more. And then you see it in the news, and I don't have to elaborate upon it, right? So our goal is to build an India called Surakshit Bharat. We already have Swachh Bharat. Everybody has heard Swachh Bharat, right? Has anybody heard Surakshit Bharat? Yes, you heard, right? You know the meaning. So our goal is Surakshit Bharat. We want to do what we can to make Surakshit Bharat a reality. That's our goal, right? So why do you need Guardon? The pictures tell themselves, right? Why do you need Guardon, right? Because all those kinds of situations happen in one's life. Because your life is precious. Because moments matter. Because minutes matter when your life is in danger. It's not sufficient for the police to come half an hour or an hour later to find out what happened to you. That's absolutely useless and ridiculous, right? Yes, let's catch the criminals and prosecute them. That's necessary, but that's not sufficient, right? That's necessary, but not sufficient. What do you really want to happen if your life is in danger? Anybody tell me? Huh? Immediate help, right? You want immediate help. If I fall down here with a heart attack, I need somebody to give me a CPR, right? Or somebody to come with a defibrillator and then, take care of me, right? What happens if a woman is caught in a room in one of these rooms here, and then, she's being attacked? What does she want at the time? Immediate help, right? Is it sufficient that the police come to you later on and then, investigate, put an FIR, madam? Is that sufficient? No, it isn't. It's pathetic, right? So that's why you need Guardon, right? Because the law enforcement, the current security measures that are there in the country, not just our country, in many countries, I have to be honest there, right, is not sufficient to actually save you from the distress that you're in, right? Or from the trouble that you're in. Genesis of Guardon. So why did we start this? I mean, our company is actually IonIdea. Guardon is one of our products. IonIdea is in the business of developing software and technologies for global companies. Our customers are in the US, Europe, Singapore, India, everywhere. And then we build our software solutions from the US, from India, from Russia, from China, from Ukraine, from Singapore. So we have offices everywhere, right? So, but that wasn't, Guardon was not our bread and butter business. And it is not. Our bread and butter business has been services, and we have been able to fully fund Guardon and anything else because we've been in business long enough and funded it, right? But the genesis of Guardon, who has heard of Nirbhaya here? Nirbhaya, everybody, right? What happened when Nirbhaya, was such a sad, such a horrible, I mean, indescribable situation. This girl in Delhi, molested and killed on a moving bus. Should never happen, not even to our worst enemies, right? That happened in India. So what happened then? There were demonstrations everywhere, all across the country, wasn't there? Many of you may have participated in it. People came out in anger, people protested. Protesting is great, but it's not enough, right? What happens? These kind of Nirbhaya happens over and over again, right? Why is it happening? Because when it happens, we are passionate about it. We come out and then we say, oh, this shouldn't happen. But then what happens between these incidents? Apathy. Apathy happens. People think that, oh, first of all, they think that this can't happen to me. It's like all these guys in motorcycles in Bangalore putting helmet on their elbows. They think their head will never get knocked, right? It's just like that. Because everybody thinks that, Nirbhaya thing cannot happen to me. And we can all think that, like the motorcycle guy is thinking that until he falls and cracks his own head, right? We can all think that until something bad happens to us, right? So it's like insurance policies, right? A lot of young people especially. In the US, they tried to get everybody to buy health insurance. Didn't work, right? Because young people think nothing's going to happen to me, right? So it's the same scenario here. So what's happening is between these Nirbhaya type of incidents, people forget, and they go to the day-to-day business, and there's apathy. So our president, Brindala, who's sitting right here, right, she decided, she was very angry when Nirbhaya happened and things like this happened over and over again, right? She was angry, she was anguished. She wanted to do something about it. So she got us all together and got us thinking, right? Build a solution which prevents these crimes from happening and not just prosecution. Because when it comes to rape, prevention is better than prosecution, right? In fact, when it comes to any violent crime, prevention is better than prosecution, correct? So she got us thinking, and then what happened next was we built a technology platform which allowed us to, which will allow you to send alerts when you are in danger. But that's not it. That's just the first step, but not sufficient. These alerts are automatically processed by our system, and then it is intelligently routed to rescuers and responders who are nearby you. The operative word is nearby. Not somebody who's half an hour away, not somebody who's 1 hour away. It's somebody who's 5 minutes away, right? So the system sends these alerts to 100 responders. We don't just send it to 1 or 2 responders. We send it to 100 responders, and then we make sure at least 2 dozen come to your rescue. We believe in overwhelming force. And the reason we believe in overwhelming force is 2 reasons. One, for your safety, because if you just send 1 person to rescue you, we don't know whether the person is also going to harm you, right? But if you send 25 people to rescue you, right, the probability of all 25 harming you is very low. Because if you take any population, the percentage of people that are bad are probably 5%, 2%, 1%, 10%, and we can debate that, right? But an overwhelming majority of the people do not want to harm others. So when we send 25 people to you, the probability that, you're going to be safe is going to be great, right? And the next thing is, okay, I think I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time, I believe. I see a lot of signs happening. So let me just go through it quickly. So how does Guardon work, right? So it actually sends these alerts, sends people to help you, and then the people who help you actually can listen to your communication. So the responders are typically either your trusted contacts, people who you program into the system. They can be first responders, police. We have a separate application for first responders to use. They will be Guardon angels. Guardon angels are people like you and me who are concerned enough about our neighborhoods, who want to keep ourselves safe, who want to keep our wives safe, our sisters safe, our daughters safe, responders like you and me who are volunteering to help others. And it also includes trusted user groups. Trusted user groups are like all the students of IIM, part of a user group, a closed user group that are willing to help each other, right? So Guardon sends the messages to everybody. It collaborates the response. It allows them to communicate with each other, and then they can come together and rescue you. So that is Guardon. So we have a variable. It is optional. The variable is here. You can sling it to your keyring, put it in your pocket, and you can, with the variable, you can discreetly raise an alert without your attacker ever knowing that you have raised an alert, right? So discreetly and easily you can raise an alert, and that is the variable. We also have free apps, totally free. They're on the iStore, App Store, and they're also on the Play Store, Android and iOS versions. So you can raise both safety and medical alerts with it, right? It may take a little longer for you to do that, but you can raise it with it. It's a free basic service. And when you raise an alert using the system, whether it's a variable or the app, your responders get the messages, right? Your responders get to see your photo, your name, your location, the time of alert. They get to see if you're offering any rewards for anybody to help you. If I'm concerned about my daughter's safety, I can put, save her and I'll pay you 1 lakh rupees to come to save her, right? And then the probability of more people coming to help her is going to be higher. And then the responders can see who else has responded, police have responded, or other Guardon angels have responded. They can listen to the audio recordings in your vicinity, to the video recordings that have happened in your vicinity when you raised an alert, and they can communicate and chat with each other, and they can come to rescue you. They get navigation straight to you, right? So these are responders. Guardon has other non-emergency uses also, so that to keep you safe, so that you don't venture into areas that are not safe, for example, right? That can happen when you go into some inner cities in some countries, right? So how safe are you is a function by which you know how many responders are in your vicinity. So more the number of responders in your vicinity, the probability of you getting rescued is higher. Likewise, Guardon has a guarded route function, and you can find the number of responders in the route that you're taking, going anywhere, and so forth. You can actually go to a website and check it out later, the other functions that it has. So what am I asking here you to do, right? I'm asking all of you, for your own protection, for the protection of your family, for the protection of your loved ones, to download Guardon. It's a free app. Download it from the App Store or the Play Store. Install it. And then configure a few trusted contacts, like your family, friends, colleagues, and so forth. Configure that into Guardon. What else am I asking you to do? I'm also asking you to become responders on it, right? Because only if we protect each other. Because police can't come to help you. They're half an hour away and 1 hour away. There is one constable in India for every 7,000 Indians. One constable for every 7,000 Indians. He is not going to be able to protect you no matter what, even if he's standing in front of you. Absolutely, he won't be able to, right? So you are protected only if you and your friends and your family decide to protect yourself and your neighborhood, right? So I'm asking you to become Guardon angels. It's simple. It's a voluntary thing, a check mark, and it's done. You won't be bothered. You'll be bothered only if there is some real distress in your neighborhood, in which case we ask you not to go alone. Go with other Guardon angels, or get a group of your friends, group of 10 friends, and then go there. If 10 women come to me, I can't do anything, I'll have to run away. If 10 men come to me, I can't do anything, I'll have to run away, right? So that's the same situation. Go in a group, and then help the person. So that's what I ask you to do, number two. Number three, the last thing I ask you to do is to become, if you like the app, if you like the solution, if you believe that this will help your families and the families of your loved ones, if you believe that this will help make India Surakshit, if you believe that Surakshit Bharat can be a reality with it, we ask you to become brand ambassadors, each and every one of you. And how? By tweeting, posting, right? And we even offer you an incentive for it. Write to us at respond@guardon.com, and then you'll get a unique promo code that is unique to you. If somebody uses that promo code, put it out on social media. If somebody uses that promo code and buys a Guardon variable, they get a discount, and then you get a little commission, right? So we ask you to be brand ambassadors too. That's it. Here's my contact information. Feel free to write to me. And again, thank you for the opportunity to talk to you all today. Really appreciate it. Thanks.